for three. Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
How's it going, everybody? I'd like to welcome to another episode of the Crunch Time Podcast. Today we have a very, very special guest, Bella. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing not too bad. Kind of funny how we're recording this. We're in the same household, but in separate rooms across the house so we could get this episode done since I came down tonight to visit you. So we'll go ahead and get started a little bit. Why don't you go ahead and explain to the guests who don't know you a little bit more about who Bella is.
Well, I'm 11 years old. I'm in 5th grade, and obviously I'm your little sister. Yeah.
Okay. So, where do you go to school at?
Sedalia Middle School.
Okay. And what kind of sports do you like to play?
I play softball, basketball, soccer, and gymnastics.
Okay. So can you kind of get into a little bit of detail about what you do in each sport for the viewers?
So in softball, I play softball, basketball, and soccer competitively, but softball, I'm a pitcher, and I play first base too. And then basketball, I'm a post. And then soccer, I'm usually goalie or forward.
Okay, nice. And then, so do you just do gymnastics on the side for fun, or
Yeah, just for fun, yeah.
just for fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's break into a little bit more about we'll go back to the sports in a minute, but so kind of like what you like to do in your free time. You're 11 years old, you have school and then, sports. So what else do you do besides those two, since you don't have to, have a job?
I like to paint and play with my dog, Sophie.
Okay, play with your dog, Sophie. Yeah, she is a pretty good dog. We'll hope she doesn't interrupt this episode while we're doing it.
Yeah.
So let's kind of jump back into the sports aspect and break it down a little bit. So, can you kind of tell me, out of soccer, basketball, and softball, which is your favorite sport and why?
My favorite sport is softball, and I like it because I like the competitiveness and getting to spend like time with my teammates and stuff like that. And also, I have a really good coach who likes to see me progress in all the girls, and so really cares about us all and wants us to do good softball.
Yeah. So over first base or pitcher, which one do you prefer to play?
Probably pitcher. It's really fun. It's sometimes a little hard to get out of my head because sometimes I get in my head a lot, honestly, with any sport, but I probably like it better because I don't know.
Just because, yeah, the mental
Yeah.
aspect's a little more challenging than most sports.
Mhm.
So, for the average kid, I looked it up. At your age, average kid's pitching about 37, I think, to 38, 40 miles an hour-ish, in between there. So I'm going to kind of hype you up here because you're my little sister. So can you please explain to the guests what your current pitching speed is at 11 years old for your age?
It's 47 to 48, and yeah,
Yeah.
they haven't clocked us in a while, but yeah, that's what it was last time.
Yeah. You think you're picking up speed since the last time they clocked you in now?
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. I was kind of looking and it said, at a college level, typically it's about high 50s, close to 60. So
Yeah.
at 11 years old, that's very impressive. I don't know if a lot of people understand how quick that ball's coming at 11 years old with reaction time and taking into account, the time you have to swing the bat. But very impressive on that aspect. So, regarding basketball, since, your brother wasn't playing softball or is that into softball, I do like to watch you play though, but since basketball is a sport that we can connect on,
Yeah.
what aspect of basketball do you enjoy?
I also like the competitiveness of it, and just kind of like everything that you do in it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think it's kind of something cool that the whole family played, so you kind of have something to bond with, and not only that, but you have somebody to teach you how to do it.
Yeah.
Besides your regular coach. Okay, so we'll kind of jump into a different little segment here. So, can you kind of tell me if you were to play a college sport, what would that dream collegiate sport be?
Softball,
Softball?
definitely. And if I probably didn't make softball, it would probably be basketball, but probably softball would be my first choice.
Okay,
But
so would
yeah,
you rather to go as a pitcher or a first baseman?
probably a pitcher.
Probably pitcher. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll see you. Do you know what type of college you'd like to go to?
I don't really know like the college, but I kind of want to go to D1 and with a good softball program, really. And college with a good softball program.
Yeah. So can you kind of tell me then possibly when you go to college, you're gonna have to get a degree. So what would your dream job, what would you like that to be?
Well, I don't know. Like, I just want to do something kind of in the sports industry, I guess, or like with softball or basketball, I guess.
Softball or basketball?
Mhm.
So is that more of along the lines of, being a coach or being like for example, I work in the facility or like the behind the scenes of it. So would you rather be,
Mhm.
business side or like be a coach with it or a scout? You kind of have like a lot of different varieties with the sports world.
Yeah. I probably want to be um kind of like you, like behind the scenes, I guess, or
Kind of in a
something like
different
that.
aspect that's not, close with the team.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So kind of go into a little different area here. This is kind of off the topic of what I mentioned to you, but so with sports, and obviously you have a lot of friends, fans, and family. So
Mhm.
how important is having us as family and other people supporting you in those sports that you do?
I really like it. It's nice to have people supporting me, cheering me on.
Yeah. You want
Yeah.
to elaborate a little bit more on it, or you just,
Uh, I don't know.
you don't know? Do you think it is a big part in how you succeed in sports, or do you think that, it's more based on like just you and your skill?
I don't know. Like, it kind of makes me want to do better when I have like people watching me. I mean, obviously I want to do good, just either way. But when I have like social fans or something like that, that don't usually go, or just have people watching me, it makes me want to do better. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So how do you prepare in a mental aspect for a game? Because you said that typically you're your own worst enemy. So how do you do your best to beat that before you play?
I'm trying to just tell myself to like stay calm and to think positive and to not get down on myself, because then things start going downhill and obviously you don't want that.
Yeah, for sure. And definitely I think, at that age, you want to be able to have fun with it too, though. I don't think you
Yeah.
should, obviously, you want to take it serious, but I think,
Mhm.
at your age, you should enjoy it while it lasts because when you get older with it, it's going to become a lot more competitive and a lot more serious. And,
Yeah.
there's a lot at stake at times. Possibly, like you said, if you want to go play college, that's a big stake. So you got to invest in both, the mental aspect and the skill aspect.
Mhm.
Okay. So we'll jump into a little bit of different segment here. So go through a couple of different favorites here. Okay. And I want you to kind of
Okay.
like, we'll go back and forth. We'll kind of say, what favorite and then why it's your favorite or if why you like it. Okay. So
Okay.
start off favorite movie.
Um, I don't know. I don't really watch too many movies, but I think I'd probably have to say Mulan, the live action one.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one yet. So is it
But
pretty good? Because your brother's old enough, he saw the original cartoon, and it is
yeah,
probably a lot different. Maybe, I don't know.
yeah, I'm never really watched I don't think I've ever watched the cartoon one. Well, I think I have, but not really. Don't really remember much of it. But yeah, it's a lot of action and it's fun.
Okay, so
Well,
1 out of 10, what rating would you give it?
probably a 8.5 or 9.
8.5 or 9. Okay, everybody, you heard that from Bella. 8.5 or 9 on Mulan. Go check it out on Disney Plus right now. So then, if you don't really have, so besides favorite movie, what's your favorite TV show?
Probably Dance Moms.
Dance Moms? What's so important
Yeah.
about Dance Moms?
Well, there's a lot of tea and drama. um, and I don't know, it's just fun to watch. I guess not
So
necessarily
is it competitive dancing, cheerleading, or like ballerina? Like what kind of
dancing. Well,
dancing?
they do like all different types.
Oh,
Mainly
okay.
the ALDC's 4K is usually like contemporary or lyrical.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
So if you were to appear in Dance Moms, what kind of dance style would you do?
I don't know, probably like a acro, jazz, or lyrical.
Okay. Can you even dance?
Not really, unless
It's
it's
okay. I
TikTok
can't
dance.
either. Unless it's a TikTok dance. Okay, so we'll jump into that. So you like to TikTok, make YouTube videos, on like making slime and stuff. How
No,
cool is not anymore?
not anymore.
Okay, well, regarding TikTok, why do you enjoy watching TikTok dances and stuff like that?
I don't know. It's got some cool nifty hacks that you could use, or life hacks, I guess.
Okay, what can you explain some of those for the people out there who might need a good life hack or so?
Well, I like to do my hair. There's lots of like hair curling tips, I guess. Um, there's I don't know, like there's all sorts of ones, I guess. If you search
Okay.
it up, you'll probably find an answer to it.
Okay. What's your favorite tactic or trick?
Probably like the ones that you could sleep overnight. It's like where you take like a bathrobe towel and you wrap it all the way around your hair and it's really curly in the morning.
Oh, okay. So then that way you don't have to curl it. It just goes that way
Yeah.
naturally. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we'll go to a different one. So, what's your favorite song?
Well, I really like country music, so it's probably gonna be One of Them Girls by Lee Bright.
Okay, that's a good little pick right there. So I'll kind of give you a couple of my favorites, since interested viewers out there. So favorite movie, I'd probably say The Dark Knight. You've never watched that, but when
Yeah.
you're ready to, we're gonna watch the Batman series because that is one of the greatest movies of all time made. And Heath Ledger, who had passed away right before the movie premiered, he plays the Joker, and that is probably the single greatest villain role that your brother can understand and like comprehend and appreciate. Um, Definitely a movie that succeeded all the past ones because for you don't know, but they've made a lot of Batmans since before that movie. They had Michael Keaton, they had George Clooney, they did Christian Bale. Christian Bale was probably the best in my opinion, out of all the Batmans, and then they jumped after and they've done, a couple different aspects. Robert Patterson is about to be the new Batman, from Twilight. You're too young for that too, but he
Yeah.
was in Twilight, so he's gonna jump over to superhero movies. But very good movie, and we're gonna watch it soon. Okay, we're gonna check it out. Favorite
Okay.
TV show? I'd probably have to say that's a tough one. I'm currently binge watching Supernatural right now. It's very good. It's also way ahead of your time and my time. It's 15
Yeah.
seasons. It's a lot. It's a lot for one show. Favorite song? Ooh, it's a tough one. I don't know if I can answer that one. I'd have to say, um, I don't know. I'll have to come back to that one. So we've done a lot of vacations together. So what is your
Yeah.
favorite place you've traveled?
I'd probably have to say LA and went to Los Angeles. It was fun.
Okay. So what were some of those things that we did on that trip that you enjoyed?
When we went to Universal Studios and we got to go around there and see some cool stuff. But I liked the water show that we watched at Universal Studios. It was cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bubby didn't get to see that one. I think I left to go to
Oh
the
yeah, you went to
Nike to go meet
yeah,
Giannis. Yeah.
yeah. Um, I liked it when we got to meet John Legend. That was really fun.
Oh, yeah, we did. I forgot. We got a couple bottles of wine out of that too. All thanks to you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have met John Legend. So a
Yeah,
little backstory for the people that don't know. We're at our Airbnb. We go down the street to a liquor store to buy some beverages for the week while we were in LA in our Airbnb and, get some soda and some other stuff like that. And Bella's, we're checking out, and Bella's looking in the back at the wall and goes, "Guys, John Legend's going to be here tomorrow." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's
yeah.
like, "There's a
Mom was like,
poster."
"What are you talking about?" No, he's not.
And then we look at the poster and it says John Legend's releasing a new bottle from his own wine label that he started. And it showed the time and the place, but it was at the same store, but on the other side of a couple blocks down from Los Angeles. So we improvised, changed our schedules around, went. There
Yeah.
was not a long line.
Mm-mm.
Got to chat with him for a minute. We bought a couple bottles of wine and we got to have a photo with him. So that was kind of like, your first celebrity experience. You got to meet a real
Yeah.
celebrity. How did it feel?
It was cool. I liked seeing him on The Voice, so it was like
Kind of
fun
crazy,
to.
small world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, we kind of explained that part of the trip. So what else did we go out and do that you enjoyed?
I liked it when we got to walk on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, there's a lot of names on those stars down there.
Yeah. I liked it when we got to hike to the top of Runyon Canyon.
Yeah, we did do that too. That was a pretty fun day too. It was a lot of hiking, but it was a pretty view once you got to the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah. When we got to go to the Los Angeles Observatory.
Okay, yeah, that was at the end of the. Oh no, that was the other hike we did. Yeah, that wasn't Runyon Canyon. That was
Yeah.
a Hollywood sign hike, and they take you up to the
Yeah.
observatory. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Did you know that's a national landmark? That observatory specifically. They even put it in a video game.
Cool.
Yeah. And then what else did we do? Anything else fun?
We got to tour the Staples Center and see some basketball history and
Yeah. And then who's the Staples Center's home to?
Lakers.
Lakers. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
or statues out there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, we remember we went out there and we did that. That was right downtown, downtown LA. And then we kind of did one other thing. We got to go out to Muscle Beach and Venice Beach and go to the Santa Monica Pier. And
I got to pitch on Muscle Beach.
yeah, you did. You got a pitch on Muscle Beach with the softball on there. And then how did that feel? That was kind of cool, wasn't it?
Mhm.
That was pre-COVID times where people could gather,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of people out there that day on that
Mhm.
pier, and they had all those amusement rides and stuff. It was a very good trip. I'd say that was probably my favorite place as well. The only other place that could compete with that was this is when you were little, but for my graduation trip for high school, me, mom, and dad went out to Mexico. And
Yeah,
that
and
was
you
fun. We got to
left
go out to
me
the US.
behind at
Dude,
home.
well, girl, you were like 4 or 5. I mean, you
And
weren't, yeah. Well, we went to an all inclusive resort. We were trying to have fun on the beach. And it was hard with the 4-year-old or a 5-year-old walking around. We'd have to watch you crawl everywhere or walk wherever you were going. Yeah. We'll take you sometime soon though. It'll be fun. Okay, so this is a kind of my on the spot question for the viewers out there that are going to hear this, family viewers. Who's your favorite one in the family, and why?
Like out of like Grandma and Heather and like,
Okay, so
or
we'll
just have
go
like,
favorite out of you, me, mom, and dad, and then
okay.
favorite out of everybody in the family.
Um, well, I don't really get to see you that much anymore, at least, but still fun when I get to see you. Mom, um, sometimes she can be a little strict, I guess. And Dad, he he's pretty chill.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's wrapped around your little finger, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go ahead and apologize in advance to mom and dad because I am the favorite, regardless of what anybody says. But then we'll jump into the family one. Who's the favorite external family?
I don't know. I'd probably be like Katie because Jackson, he don't talk to me anymore. He's lame. I'm just kidding. Uncle Todd, he just gets on my nerves sometimes.
I think it's because he messes with you too much.
Yeah, too much. And Heather, I don't know. Just and Heather's Aunt Heather. And then Grandma, she's a really cool grandma.
Yeah,
She's good.
grandma
She's
is
fun.
pretty cool. Grandma.
Yeah.
She'll tell you though. She won't tell you, but I'm the favorite of all the grandchildren too.
No, I am. It's definitely me.
Okay, well, we will bring Grandma on for an episode one time, and we will ask her who is the favorite, and she will have to tell us right then and there on camera.
Okay, well, don't be mad if you get your feelings hurt.
Well, you don't get mad if you get your feelings hurt.
Well, I don't have to worry about it because I know I'm the favorite.
Oh, confidence. Okay, I see what you did there. They don't ever tell you this, but the oldest is always and the first is always the favorite. Yeah, it's true. So yeah, well, we kind of got to know a little bit about you and everything. So I'll ask you one more question. Who is your favorite sports icon? And if you could tell me, it could be any sport that you know of and that you like, and you could tell me why, and then we'll close out this episode.
I probably have to say, well, I don't really watch much college softball or yeah, but I do like LeBron a lot because he's really
Okay.
good at basketball, and I can't really think of many others.
Well, it's okay. I'll tell you what, you're not wrong with that answer. It's a very good athlete right there. It is the greatest basketball player to ever walk this planet, and nobody will tell me otherwise. So appreciate what you're watching now because when you see him play, there will be nobody ever like him again. So it's very cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it was I'll kind of go ahead and brag. Um you're my little sister. Definitely I may show tough love at times, but you are definitely a very cool person to watch grow up. I tell you what, to be honest, when I first found out you were going to be born, I wasn't really happy. I was a 11-year-old that had not had any siblings, was the only child, so mom spoiled me. It was just me and mom and then dad, and then so when they had you, I was like, okay, well, I guess this changes things. And I also wanted a brother, but now I wouldn't change it for the world. You're ornery sometimes, you're sassy, but I love you. And definitely like watching you grow up and play your sports. I think you're gonna do a lot of great things in the world. So this is kind of just a about you episode. So everybody kind of gets to know a little bit more about you, and they'll have to be on the lookout because you're an up and coming athlete and you're gonna make some news one way or another.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So all right, guys. Well, that's all we have for this episode. So thank you for hopping on, Miss Bella. It was fun to have you. And now you can officially say you're a YouTube celebrity. because you're about to be on YouTube and all streaming platforms.
Yay.
Don't sound too excited. So, all right, guys. Well, that's all the time we had today. Thank you for tuning in.